Hi, welcome to East Bristol, Stapleton precisely. I'm sat by the sign at the top of Colston Hill, which leads up to Colston School, which is the private school just over here, to introduce to you the subject of memory, the critical concept of memory. The final one that you're looking at in this course on critical concepts in the study of the Hispanic world. Now, why Colston? Why memory? Well, let's have a think about it. Memory is, as a concept, as we're going to look at this week, is something that is often used as a way of understanding the things that are left out of history, left out of the official history, the state-sanctioned history, if you like. And the topic of Colston is super interesting for that, precisely because the people of Bristol decided just 2 years ago that they no longer wanted the statue of Edward Colston, the slave trader of the 18th century, to be part of the official history of the city celebrated in the centre of our city. And therefore the statue was pulled down, and a jury decided that the people who had pulled it down had not committed criminal damage and were found not guilty in their trial. Yet there are some parts of the city, such as this one, where the name of Colston continues to adorn educational establishments and even avenues, lanes, hills, such as this one, which I'm walking down now towards the River Frome. So memory is something which you can see in Bristol is contested. Some people think that Colston shouldn't be remembered, others think that he should. So we'll look this week at precisely this question of memory through the work of one of the most pioneering and interesting scholars of memory from Argentina, Elizabeth Cellin. It's a short article, super interesting, raising these questions about contested memories. And then I'll provide you with a short lecture introducing you to the salience of this concept and its usefulness for understanding contemporary Spain and Latin America. And then the primary source for this week is the Quipu Project, a project that I worked on, which gathered the testimonies of victims of the forced sterilisation campaign in Peru in the 1990s. And that's a perfect example to illustrate this subject, because I imagine you don't know that hundreds of thousands of Peruvians, largely indigenous women, were sterilised without their consent in Peru in the 1990s, so not that long before most of you were born. Yet nobody seems to remember that. These people continue their struggle for justice, to get the perpetrators of this crime put in jail and to pay economic reparations, but at the time of recording, to no avail. So why is that? Why has official history, why have the monuments of the state chosen not to remember this particular series of events? So that's what we'll be talking about in the seminars, listening to the words of the people who shared their testimonies with this memory project, the Quipu Project. So I hope you find this week's material interesting, stimulating, and do drop me a line to matthew.brown@bristol.ac.uk if you'd like to talk about it more.